Story: Lessons from the Ant, the Spider, and the Storm in the Deep Forest. Part 1. The Peaceful Village and the Young Monk. In a peaceful village, hidden among the green hills, there lived a young monk in an ancient monastery. He had a curious mind and a kind heart, always eager to learn the profound philosophies of the Buddha's teachings. Although his heart was full of desire to learn, he often felt uneasy, easily losing focus while doing daily chores such as cleaning and cooking. Part 2. The Storm and the Appearance of the Old Monk. One night, when the wind blew down from the hills, carrying the scent of an approaching storm, the young monk sat meditating under a large Bodhi tree. Suddenly, he sensed the presence of a figure. It was the wise old monk of the monastery, who had lived for many years on a high mountain, where few people had set foot. The old monk looked at the young monk with calm but understanding eyes. "I see your heart is troubled," he said, "like the storm that is coming out there. But storms do not only bring destruction, they also bring renewal and purification." Part 3. The Story of the Ant in the Forest. Noticing the young monk's unrest, the old monk decided to tell him a special story. "In the deep forest near here," he began, "there lived a little ant. This ant, unlike other ants, not only knew how to build a nest, but also had to fight enemies many times larger than itself. However, it never lost heart. Every day, it quietly carried each small pebble to build its nest, despite the rain and wind, despite the dangers from birds and other animals." Part 4. The Story of the Spider and the Storm. The old monk continued. Nearby, there was an old spider weaving a web. Not only did it face the hardships of nature, but it also had to face the approaching storm. Every time a strong wind blew, its web was torn apart. But instead of giving up, the spider patiently wove each thread. It wove not only to survive, but also to prove to itself the power of perseverance. Part 5. The Storm in the Forest and Lightning. The young monk listened, his eyes gradually opening up to understanding. The storm in the forest began to rise, the wind swirled, the trees swayed, and thunder rumbled. Suddenly, a strong lightning bolt struck near their location, causing trees to collapse and dust to rise. However, in that moment, the old monk stood still, unshaken. He continued slowly. "These ants and spiders do not work simply to survive. They find meaning in every action they take, no matter how small. When they face challenges, they do not panic, but instead, continue to strive with perseverance. Just like the ant that builds its nest in the deep forest despite the dangers, and like the spider that never stops weaving its web after each storm, we too face challenges in life. But remember, those difficulties are opportunities to train the spirit and the heart." Part 6. The Young Monk's Enlightenment. The young monk now understood. He felt that even seemingly mundane tasks, like sweeping the yard or pulling weeds, could contain enlightenment and growth. The storm outside was like the storm in his soul, and only through patience could he find peace in the midst of life's storms. From then on, he accepted every task, whether small or large, with determination and gratitude. He understood that true value lies not only in the results of the work, but also in the process of training the soul and intelligence. Part 7. Lessons from the Story. The story of the ant and the spider is not only about labor, but also about how we face challenges in life. Through perseverance and patience, we can overcome any obstacle, even the biggest storms in our souls. Always remember, true value lies not in the it is not about how quickly we overcome or avoid difficulties, but how we persevere, step by step, through each challenge. Like the ant and the spider, we can find meaning and growth in the smallest things, and in seemingly endless storms.
If you feel inspired by this story, please hit the like button to support us, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or the Zen stories you want to hear next. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next inspirational and peaceful moments. Your interactions are a source of encouragement for our journey. Thank you for accompanying us on the path of wisdom and enlightenment.